Good evening, everybody. We are doing another.
Dude, it's daytime.
Well, whatever. Day, night. It doesn't matter. In 2 hours, it's gonna be dark. So we're doing another bourbon taster episode today for two reasons. One, Eric kind of got mad that we didn't include him in the Blanton's one, and I didn't hear the end of that.
Motherfucker.
Two.
That's fine. I wasn't that bad.
Clank.
Fuck me, right?
Yeah, exactly. Two, apparently I've gotten really lucky this year and gotten a hold of a couple more rare stuff. Now I want to do this whole little thing if it's worth the fucking hype. We're gonna do a little crocodile indication, comparing it to rare whiskeys and the more easy to define whiskeys and see which is worth.
Dude, nobody knows what crocodile indication means.
She'd face the bigger one and gobble it down.
And sign.
They don't teach that anymore.
I don't think they call it the crocodile.
That's how that was. It was called crocodile.
You were in the special class though.
Oh, fuck you.
Officer Doofy.
Long story short, we just been gonna take a bunch of bourbons and see if it's worth the price of admission. Sound good?
Price of what?
Admission.
Okay.
You done? He's finished or he's through?
We'll see, man. You keep feeding the beast.
Goddamn. Start off with Eagle Rare. And everyone knows how hard Eagle Rare is to come by.
How hard is it?
That's what she said.
Well, the main reason is so rare because it's just the same thing as Blanton's. Buffalo Trace refused to make more of it to meet the demands. So they want to make the same amount.
That's the secret.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be good. You just don't have to make a lot of it.
Anyway, long story short, this is actually considered cheap whiskey, but because it's gotten so popular over the years, they haven't changed the retail price of it, but the street value of it is like roughly between 100 and 150. So this one is going to be a little special. We're going to do two versions of tasting. We're going to do the warm taste and the water drip taste. Water drip actually changes the complexity of it. It
messes with the formula.
Exactly.
Yes, science.
And so either makes it stronger or weaker. That's about vanilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla and oak.
Those are some strong tannins.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that smells. That is some good stuff. It's really sweet, especially at the end here.
I don't get the sweetness, but it's not like bitter or anything like that. It's just not super sweet to where I would describe it as sweet.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
It is smooth. It went down pretty smooth.
The burn is minimal.
Very minimal burn.
Alright, so you think it'll be worth the price of admission? Are you gonna compare it to
like retail wise? I don't see paying the street value for this. I don't think it's worth $150. That's just me though. Retail wise, I mean,
bang for the buck.
I think it's pretty good. How much did you say was retail?
Retail at 30.
30. It's pretty good. I'd buy it if it were retail. And this might be a normal because like I said, it's not bad. And if you could get it at $30 a bottle, then you know I'd love to have this on my shelf.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to find it.
Let's try it with a little bit of water.
Alright. So explain what the hell the water drip is.
You take some water and you drip it in the whiskey.
What would it do?
Changes with the formulas. This formulation is formulaic. It messes with the atoms and the electrons and the molecules and right.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Did that water change anything to you?
It did make it. Now I can describe it as sweet.
Yes.
Especially just the smell. The smell now tastes sweet. So the molecules have flipped over. They've given up their electrons and they've fucked the protons. They literally fucked the protons.
Fuck them up their stupid asses.
Alright, let's see. Wow, that water really changed it. There's no burn anymore. It's just fucking sweet syrup.
You're right. It does say super sweet now.
Holy
At least for
shit.
me, that did the change.
That
before it didn't taste sweet to me.
That is crazy. That is fucking crazy.
It's amazing what a little water can do.
It's amazing what anything litter can do.
Yes.
Quick rate scale on this, right quick, before we do is it worth the price again? 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. This is a really somewhere between an 8 and a 9, maybe a 9.
I say this is better than Blanson's. Absolutely, I think this is way better than Blanson's. Blanson's is extremely overpriced, even at retail, because at retail it's like $50. This is way better than Blanson's.
For $30, get this. Get it. If you can get it, if you can find it, get it.
All right.
Don't pay the $150 though. It's not.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. This one smells real sweet too.
This one automatically off the bat, I do get that sweet taste.
A lot more better than
a lot more than that one.
Okay.
I do get that vanilla a lot stronger than that one too.
I was told by other people that said this smells just like frosting, like cake frosting.
Those people drink too much.
Oh, there's that.
It's like, man, this whiskey tastes like cake frosting.
Has a little bit of a stronger burn, but it's still just as smooth.
This is pretty smooth. You're right. A lot of burn. Not a bad burn. It's just it's got some heat to it.
Before adding the water to it, as of now, which one's better? Between these two,
I think that's a preference thing. They're both really smooth. This one has more of a burn to it. That one doesn't have a burn at all, or barely a little burn at the end. So if you don't like that, then go with that one. If you like the burn, this one burns so good.
Alright, so for the sake of argument, 'cause we're not done yet, we still gotta add the water to these.
This one is sweeter at least as of my tasting it right now. Sweeter right off the bat, without the water. And now we're gonna try it with some water, cause it's on fire. Strip club after this?
Oh yeah. Ooh, that opened it up real big. All the ethanol came off of that one. So it kind of lost the sweet taste.
It did, yeah.
That kind of killed that. Okay. But the taste is better.
It's got a more complex taste now.
It lost the sweetness.
It did lose the sweetness and some of the burn. Still burns a little bit.
But it's more layered now. So you're getting more of everything else that's made. You get the oak, you get the nuts.
You would know all about that right
now. But you still get the hint of vanilla, some chocolate.
Chocolate?
I do taste a little bit.
Chocolate?
Chocolate! Diabetes. So in my opinion, when it comes to comparing these two, the worth of a price of admission, like we said earlier, if it's worse, if you can find it for $30, most
Quasars.
This is a preference thing on this part. This is good for people who like those real strong, high proof. This is at this moment in time, this is better. It passed the water taste.
I think for the price, that one's way better. You said this one's like 50, 60 bucks? 50? Yeah, for the price, that one's way better. You're not missing out on anything.
If you can find it. So yeah, it is worth the hunt, but don't pay $100 for it. Unless you just want to be the guy that just brags about, hey, I have this bottle, super rare.
You want to see how much money I got?
Exactly. But other than that, this is a really, so this one probably definitely beats out 1920, you want to say?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Black holes, white dwarfs.
The fuck you just
brown dwarfs. I'm just rolling off all the scientific stuff that's like popping out of my head right now.
Fuck you, science. This one has been interesting to me because I'm not a particularly fan of wild turkey.
Gluons, protons.
I'm not particularly
photons and electrons.
All right, here you go.
Sorry.
I ate a lot of sugar today.
So this one is a special thing because I'm not particularly a fan of wild turkey. Had a bad
He lost his keys on the side of the. There, I can't.
Let's just say it was a long night and his parents had to bail me out. Yeah,
It was fun driving down his street to his house with him hanging out the window, puking all down the street for like 10 minutes.
turkey. So
You were drinking Wild Turkey 101. This is rare breed. What's the proof on this?
this is gonna be, I think 105. No, 116.
116.
And then the
So this is stronger than the other. But also he had finished a half gallon. So do you get no? Do you get points for that? No.
I didn't die.
Barely.
Yeah, true. And I got to change my tire.
Yep, that was funny watching a drunk man change his own tire.
Today we're doing so this one, these two, I've been seeing them on the list everywhere. This one because it's one of the hardest one to find. When you buy it on the street, this is $300.
Bullshit.
Dead serious. The retail is $60. This
Bullshit.
is $40, but this is considered one of the best bargain whiskeys you can get.
So the I've tasted stuff from the master distiller from Wild Turkey because he has his own Russell's Reserve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his. That's the master distiller for Wild Turkey, and like I've tasted some of his stuff, and his stuff is really good.
I got some right here.
It's really good. So I'm expecting good things from this. I've never had this one before. What's it called?
Peerless. I think that's how you pronounce it.
It's spelled Peerless, but why would there be any reason to pronounce it any differently?
I just do like how the bottle looks. It's very like old, like prohibition style.
Kind
of reminds me of the Maverick they used to have. $60.
Got that nice brass cap.
It's still a little on the high end as a whiskey.
And maybe some of the bottle design went into that. Maybe that's why it's $60.
Yeah, but for a street value at $300,
that's ridiculous.
It has to be some solid ass whiskey. I'm hoping it's some solid ass whiskey.
That's ridiculous. It has to be some solid ass whiskey.
It has to be. Because goddamn it, I will not pay $300.
Not paying $300 for protons and electrons.
And then the River, like I said, I've always seen it on lists as one of the best you must have whiskeys. So I'm just like, all right, fuck it. I'll buy it. I'll try it out. So which one you want to try?
You hear that, folks? You heard it here. The best you must have.
I said, look it up. It's on every list. Alright, we're gonna do the Peerless. I'm pretty sure I'm missaying it because I have no fucking idea how to.
I mean, it's spelled Peerless, so I mean, just call it Peerless.
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 Looks like it's good to have a canter bottle. That's a canter.
Decanter?
Decanter bottle, yeah. What the fuck? You wanna try it?
Mm-hmm.
The
Peerless.
Smell, ooh, it actually smells. It's fruity.
It's a little sweet, kind of fruity.
I like that. I got a little oaky. No vanilla though.
Nah.
It has no vanilla. But a lot of, to me, it's a lot more citrusy. There's a lot more of fruit flavor.
I don't remember tasting a bourbon that did that. Can't drink too much bourbon.
Ooh, that's a burn taste. Tastes almost like a scotch. Which
It's got a sharp burn.
It's
It's sharp.
This is for people who.
But it's not. It's still kind of smooth.
It's smooth. It's smooth if you were drinking scotch.
I don't think scotch doesn't have that, or at least, in my experience, scotch doesn't have that kind of burn.
It's sharp. I think most scotch has sharp burns.
Try it with some of that agua.
Let's do that.
Aqua cola.
The smell subsided from the water.
That took away some of the sharpness of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as fruity anymore. Not as oaky. Still, like I said, doesn't smell bad. It's just it's tamed some of those smells, and now go in for the dive. I'm about to dive again.
We're not even drunk.
Ooh. Now, with the water, that is very, very drinkable. I could drink that for a while.
Ooh. It's sharp, keeps you warm, because I'm already sweating off of it. Now it tastes the vanilla. That's weird. I finally taste the vanilla on this shit.
I'm excited about this one now with the water in it. I don't know.
So that means on ice it's going to taste real good.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're really drinking it on ice, I mean, then you're kind of not drinking it for the flavor anymore.
Now you're just drinking it just to be an asshole. I just want to get drunk. Boo!
It'll get you drunk. You'll be fucking fat bitches in no time. You might even fight a dude or two.
Ooh, bitch.
Drunk? You're drunk? Everybody's drunk!
So,
This was good. I wouldn't go out of my way to go get this.
you spend $60 for it? Retail?
Maybe.
For the bottle itself?
For the bottle. And have it on the shelf. That's a really nice brass cap. I like the brass stopper.
Now, is it worth $300?
No, fuck no.
Exactly. When I saw it, was like, because my buddy told me it's the retail value like $350. I'm like, this shit better taste like some fucking sweet ass syrup bourbon.
Sweet ass syrup bourbon.
Or just ass and titties or whatever, some shit better come out of this bottle. And I was didn't approve. So
definitely not worth the $300. But now we're gonna taste his counterpart, or what it's supposed to be comparable to.
the rare breed. The retail value for the rare breed Eagle Wild Turkey would be about $40. Yeah. If I owe you the way you are.
I took a tumble down the stairs as the baby.
At the same time, I love this bottle as well. Like these two are like very like old Western style bottles.
I like that one better. This one's like a cleaner look. It's not bad. It's not bad.
This one has more character.
Yeah, definitely. It's got like the little simulated rivets in the glass.
All right, let's do this. Eagle Rare, $40 value. The smell is pretty subsiding.
That's nowhere near as potent as that first one.
We'll see. Ooh, very honey-like.
Oh yeah.
Very honey-like.
That's not bad at all. And that's not without even adding water to it.
And
I don't get a very
for a high proof. This shit goes down real smooth.
Yeah, I don't get a very sharp burn from this at all, if any. And like you said, really like
The honey
almost
stands out in this.
It's almost thick.
Yeah. The honey really, like the honey's flavor, whatever, the honey scent of it.
And this isn't even a honey whiskey.
No, it's not.
But that flavor is definitely there.
I don't know what to do. That was pretty good. Again, I'm not a fan of Wild Turkey. Me bad, no. But this is really fucking good. This in Maker's Mark really changed my mind these past 2 weeks because we're going to get to this one. The old, apparently nobody knows about.
Everybody knows about it. It's just been around for so long. I think
it's just coming full circle. People are starting to realize, oh yeah, this exists.
Exactly. Yeah. It's been around for a long time. I loved it.
We'll get to
but
that.
yeah, we'll get to that. We still haven't tried this one with water yet.
Ooh, the water really changed.
That made it like
Super
10 times sweet. Yeah.
Oh. They might have on something with this list. Wow. God damn, that's fucking
That's a coin
good.
flip. It's a coin toss.
You don't like it?
No, I do like it.
That was fucking
But
amazing.
with water, without water, it's a coin flip for me. Like either or. They both taste really good. With the water, it's
I prefer this one more.
yeah.
Just because the smell alone, not the smell, but the taste from dried water changes, but it remains super sweet. Like it gets sweeter. Kind of almost resembles to this one, but this is just, man.
So out of the two of these, definitely this one is, I think, the better.
Worth the price.
Worth the price.
Easier to find. And higher proof, if you're into higher proof.
There's no question as to what the label says.
Yeah. Rare breed, baby. But it's not hard to find at all. You can find that anywhere. Peerless, I mean, it goes part of the whole, if you want to have it in your collection just for looks, I'll say do that, but it's not really worth the price of admission. So, doesn't live up to the hype. Next up, good old Weller's. Now, we had Weller's on the last episode. And
I've had this before.
Everybody loves it.
It's been a call at some of the more high-end bars that I've worked at.
So Weller's is unique because Weller has...
It's a call. It's not a top shelf.
It's fucking $25. Well, this size. This size Weller is $25. This size is $40.
He's an alcoholic, so he's got to get the bigger bottle.
When I found it, I was like, I'm buying a bigger bottle.
Whiskey spirit. Whiskey spirit activate.
But the street value for this, when you can't find it at the store, is $200.
That's bullshit.
So
Big old pile. You smell that?
That is one big pile of shit.
So, which one we're doing?
Doing the Weller first, because I want to end on a good note, because I know this is going to be good.
But I thought you said you had this before.
I have had that, and it's decent, and it's like, it's been a call at a lot of bars that I've worked at. So, I kind of already feel like I know what to expect. I get some vanilla.
The vanilla profile on the Wellers is amazing. It's just, it doesn't go anywhere.
It's
I think it's very-
like a blob of vanilla sitting on top of the
I think it's like a true staple is on Wellers. Like, that's all you smell. You smell nothing else but vanilla.
Not very sweet, or at least I don't taste the sweetness.
But just the fucking, the taste of it. There is no burn. There is no burn.
No burn.
Like, whatsoever. It's just sweetness after sweetness.
Yeah, I don't taste so much sweetness. It is a little sweet, but then again, we her spin.
Like cool drinking, like sexy drinking.
But man, this is fucking fun.
It's really smooth. It's really good. It's not a huge like big flag that tells you, hey, this is Weller. This is just a really decent whiskey for me.
I enjoyed it a lot. The reason I have a second bottle is if I ever see it on retail, I'm definitely gonna buy it. With that being said, getting this or the other two cousins of it are extremely hard to find. They sell out fast, and then when they resell it, it's usually for like $200. So it's kind of bullshit in his own remark. But it's definitely worth the price of retail. Definitely worth the price of finding it. So yes, sir. We're gonna try it with water, which I don't think I haven't done it yet with water.
Now, some people have differing opinions on how much water you should add.
It's based on your preference.
Dude, I've seen people like literally dip their finger in water and just splash it at the cup.
Yeah, that's
and whatever lands inside is how much water you should add.
That's what.
But I've also seen people drink like straight up scotch with like a bunch of water.
Which is so weird because I feel like you've ruined the scotch by doing that.
Maybe they're just trying to get drunk.
Maybe. But
these are Scottish people that I got that one from. I was like, you should drink scotch with a lot of water.
Blasphemy!
Alright, now it immediately got a bunch sweeter. And that is a technical term. A bunch.
so it's almost the same as a Reverie.
Yeah.
Same profile. I got that.
Still, giant blob of vanilla sitting right on top.
The water kind of ruined it. In my opinion.
I kind of agree with you there.
It made it more diluted.
Drink it straight or drink it with ice. Don't bother with the water.
Yeah, the water ruined it.
Already off the bat, I would go with this one rather than that one.
Oh, because you know this.
I know this one.
You go back with this one.
I've lost a few
So-
nights with this one.
The story behind Maker's Mark and Maker's 46 for me is I had a bag soon with Maker's Mark, the original, the staple one, which is just Maker's Mark, right?
Yeah, just make yours one.
Just always gave me a bad hangover. I was never a fan of it. I didn't like the aftertaste that left. So I always stayed clear from Maker's Mark of anything that was Maker's Mark related. And then again, as part of this list, people refer to Maker's 46 as up there compared to the Weller's Antique Edition.
It's definitely for me. It's never been a top shelf, but it's still a really good call or a high end call.
It's a mid shelf at the stores. It's only $40, not even. Maybe you can get lucky and get it for $35. But when I first tried it like last week, and my mind was blown at how sweet it is.
Maker's 46.
Champagne would fall from the heavens.
You feel fancy doing Maker's
46. I don't feel fancy, but I mean, sometimes I did when I would say like, I got this Maker's 46, and people would be like,
This is like the broke man's fancy shit.
I guess, yeah. I'd be like, I got this Maker's 46, it's really good, and they're like, you mean Maker's Mark? I mean, like, no, Maker's 46 is the one right above it.
Fancy.
They were really smart about the bottle. It's a smoother design. It doesn't have that old-timey paper kind of look that they were going for, but it still has that wax.
Yeah.
That's the defining feature of this bottle. Very smooth.
This hint is not that.
It's not huge.
It's very faint.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Oh, but the taste. Almost tastes just like this. Almost identical.
I feel like
Almost identical to this.
this is closer to Scotch than that. No burn, very smooth. This goes down so smooth.
You drank a lot more, huh?
I did.
You need more?
No, I'm good.
Let's see, just put a little drop. I personally think this two taste exactly the same. Almost identical. Almost
I
identical.
like this one a little bit better. That flavor is just as hairable, but like that then you're getting picky. I think they are close enough to where like if you're not
pretty much. So the point I'm getting at here is if you can't fucking find this at all, fuck it, just buy a Maker's 46. It's pretty much the same fucking thing.
I think the only reason you look for that is maybe
the name. It's the name.
Yeah.
It's bragging rights is the name, but literally since I discovered this, being late and all, this literally just make it way.
It's molecules. Just
Yes, science!
goodbye, space-time continuum. I forgot to smell it. But at this point, dude, we've already gone through like we're basically he's been doing light pour, so we're on like third or fourth glass.
Yeah. I don't like it with water.
I prefer it like either
neat.
straight or neat or on ice.
On ice.
Yeah, the water thing, I'd skip it.
The water, and what it did was it cracked open the molecules. Do it. It cracked open the molecules, so all the ethanol got released. So it has more of a burn now, and it kind of killed the smell. So this with water did not work, but straight or on ice.
For me, that with water didn't work either. So I mean, like I said, they're pretty similar.
Pretty much the same.
If you're not that huge.
Now, if you're wondering why I picked these two together and why I mashed them up, or why it's been mashed up, because these are weeded bourbons. Weeded bourbon meaning that they.
It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Not weed. Wheated bourbon. So meaning that instead of using rye in the ingredients,
disappointing.
yeah. Instead of using rye in your ingredients, they swapped out and used wheat instead. And so
Like a tea.
so so there's an own little side brand of bourbon called wheat bourbon, and these two are like synonymous for it, especially Maker's Mark. So that's actually like I'm still amazed at how identical it tastes to this, and it's easier to find. $46. What would you say comparing to the easy obtainables and the rare finds? Which one won out on this list, in your personal opinion?
That went out for me as that and the Makers. Like these are the most easily attainable. They're the most easily palatable. That's super smooth and a little bit of burn. This is
hard to find. We're done with it.
super smooth. Well, no, I mean like price wise. Like if you can find that at retail for $30,
Yeah.
get it. If you can't, but it's not worth paying the price. This would be worth paying the price. It's not hard to find. I don't think the Weller was worth the price, and I don't understand why it's so in demand.
Because Buffalo Trace.
Both these were kind of good. I think this one taste-wise wins
better.
over that one.
Rare
If you want something fancy on your shelf, that one.
And in the 1920s, really much just preference. It's really
You're really trying to like compensate for how small your PP is.
it's preference. It's pretty much all that is. I mean, it's not good or bad.
No, none of these are bad. Most of these are pretty good, and you'd be lucky to drink any of these.
Yeah, but I really learned that sometimes the hype
You
whiskey.
learned?
I learned something. Sometimes the hype whiskey ain't what it is. You just don't bother trying to buy it at street value. You get it at retail, get it at retail. But if you really must want to try something similar or even taste better, just stick to the easier to find brands, especially Maker's 46.
Like the only way I'd pay $800 for a bottle of whiskey if Queen Victoria like had her pussy juices in it.
That's a lot of information that I'm trying to process now.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, but me personally, from all these $6, these two really stood out for me. And again, these two are $40 each, easy to find, and people just sleep on it. It's been on every list, so I had to just try it out. And I'm like, hey, the list is right.
Commercially available.
Easy. Promote me.
Protons, electrons, black holes, white holes.
Alright. Alright. Well, we got a long one today, fellas, so I'll bid you farewell. You got any closing thoughts?
I got nothing.
Alright, well, damn.
Protons, electrons, CERN laboratory, full circle, black holes, white holes,
Versus flat.
supernova.
Neil deGrasse Tyson somewhere, just like. So, till next time, my friends.
Listen, we really fucked up.
You fucked up. Drink safe, drink smart, drink responsibly.